This is not a normal video that I would normally make. However, I need to talk to you guys about decluttering. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Harrison, why on earth would you even talk about that? Well, I just completely wiped my computer back to factory settings, but probably not for the reason that most people think. Now, some people are probably like, well, Harrison, you just did that because your computer was full of stuff. Well, you're kind of right, but on the second part of it is I had too much stuff, and this is about to turn into a vlog of how I'm cleaning out my entire apartment in like one day. Now, my apartment is absolutely and utterly upside down. I'm gonna take you guys for a trip because we've had a massive water leak due to other people's apartments, and ultimately this has cascaded into a variety of different areas that I'm cleaning up. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I think it's really important for most people to actually just go through and clean up everything they have. And I'm not just saying like clean up, physically clean, de-dust, vacuum, all that good stuff, but really get rid of a lot of the stuff you don't need anymore. A lot of people live with too much stuff, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but when you have too much stuff on your desktop, or you have too much stuff in your house or your apartment or wherever you are, it just becomes overwhelming. And the problem with that isn't that you have too much stuff, it's the fact that you can't focus on what's really, really important. So obviously, it's a new camera angle. You guys have probably realized I have a new bookshelf in here. I'm gonna take you guys through my cleanup. Now, I'm not gonna do any time lapses or anything too fancy. I'm just gonna be doing a little walkthrough of what we're doing and why we're doing this, right? Because ultimately, it's removing mental stress that you didn't even know was there. And we're getting rid of a lot of stuff that we don't need. So we're selling it, we're gonna make some money there. We are gonna just throw a lot of it out because we just simply don't need it. And we're reorganizing so that way when we actually need something, we can go back and find it. So hang with me for a little bit. We are going to be having quite a day today. So first things first is my desk here. So this is a totally new bookshelf, and I don't know if this is actually gonna focus on it. Totally new bookshelf in here. This is my desk. My desk is an absolute mess right now. Once again, we've had a flood. The apartment is just an absolute shambles here, but I made a video that I wasn't really too thrilled about, but I made a video of just kind of like the walkthrough of my whole like building of this bookshelf. It really didn't matter all that much, but what it did do is it just gave me more space. So I have a Scar and Bourbon website that we're in the process of working on. My friend Lula makes some art that I gotta find some space for, and this is all like garbage and things that I need to find homes for, right? The other things that we're gonna be doing is just cleaning up, no matter where, by the way, and I totally apologize, but you're gonna see dog toys everywhere. It doesn't matter how many times I clean up dog toys, they're always gonna be there. My dogs absolutely love to take everything out. We are also gonna be going through this closet here, the closet that basically was our dumping ground when we moved in, and I can't find things that I need, and I'm buying doubles of stuff that I probably don't need to buy doubles of in here, and then I'm gonna be taking you guys through the rest of the apartment. But it's just, this place was an absolute mess. The reason why my camera was always faced over here, right, originally, was because this whole area was always like full of stuff. We have some kettlebells down there, one of them, they're floating around somewhere. My bicycle, we have my incense, we have my Brutally Honest Podcast, Growth Generators logo, my lights. It's in the process of getting a total overhaul in the next couple days. It'll be done, but already just with a new bookshelf and cleaning off my desk, and this desk was an absolute disaster. I already feel better. I'm already thinking clearer, and I'm having a lot more fun, and I'm just enjoying my own apartment again, which sounds kind of ridiculous. So we're gonna go to the other side of the apartment, and I'm gonna show you guys some stuff. So decluttering. I shouldn't say all, most of it is garbage. We have now a closet in here, and I'm gonna just show you guys, we're like fully pulling back the curtain here on our apartment because it's had a lot of damage, and this damage has been like a weird blessing because now we need to go clean stuff. But now we have our storage closet, which is supposed to be our stuff, and then we have all of this garbage out here, and you guys are probably thinking like, Harrison, why would you ever hold on to that, right? You're right. Why would I ever hold on to it? The only thing that I think is really important is holiday stuff, and this is not adjusting, so I'm really white. It's very bright outside, but like, we're cleaning up all of this. This is all needs to go. The biggest part about having the worst part, I should say, about having a 49-inch monitor is actually the fact that I'm afraid to move it because of the box is so big that it's just going to be a super inconvenience to actually move the monitor without it breaking. So I have to keep the box, and the box is gigantic. I mean, literally the box is sitting right there. It's huge. It's like 5.5 feet, 6 feet tall. It's very inconvenient. But otherwise, we're going through everything, getting rid of it, and I'm going to show you guys my apartment now. All right, so obviously we have all of this damaged. Contractor just came in, so our apartment is an absolute disaster, right? Just things are all over the place here. We have things that just normally should not be out. It's kind of a bummer, right? We have just damage in our closets. So you can see probably a little bit up there. It's not very fun, this whole thing. But what it's allowed us to do is completely declutter. I'm currently upside down, but that's the nice part about it. This whole thing has now forced us to just go through all of our stuff, figure out what we actually need, what we don't need. The contractors have moved everything all over the place, so nothing is like where it belongs. And now we're just going through. But once again, the whole point of this is to actually just declutter. It's to go through and get rid of what we don't need. It's gonna make our lives easier. We're gonna be able to find things faster. And on top of that, we're probably gonna sell a bunch of stuff that we just haven't used, right? We just found a tarp for the top of a car, or like a cargo thing. I don't even know what to call it. For the top of a car. Now we're gonna sell that. That's just found money. We used it one time to go on one road trip. We're not moving from North Carolina again. So this is the benefit of doing this. I hope this video helps. This video probably is not my normal video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one because I had a good time recording it. And look, next time you guys see it, it'll be much cleaner. But it's all about decluttering. So I'm about to do my desk. We're about to do some closets. And hopefully we'll have a full apartment in about a week. That's also why I've been slightly irregular with uploading content, and I'm excited to have my life back and be a little less decluttered. So like I said, I wasn't really kidding when I said we had a lot of stuff to clean up. So now that closet is basically empty at this point, but all of this, we have to go through pretty much everything and just get rid of a lot of it. We found Christmas gifts for us, for the dogs that we didn't do. It's a lot, and knowing that before anybody's like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys have so much stuff, you gotta remember, I literally just threw everything in my car and drove to North Carolina. That was pretty much it. We didn't get a U-Haul, we didn't get a trailer, we didn't get anything. And every single time I go back to New York, now not so much because we kind of have everything now, but I used to just fill my car up with everything that I could and just bring it back here because I knew I needed it at some point. Now I don't need everything obviously, but I do have other hobbies, so like you might not be able to see it, but down in that corner there will be a box that has leather in it for leather working. I do enjoy doing some leather working and stuff like that, so there's a lot of cool stuff in here and things that I actually do enjoy. It's just things that, you know, it had to come down because why would I buy it two or three times? I already have it, but this has kind of been the dumping ground here, and now we have all this stuff. So now once we actually go through it, because it was literally, not that it was a last minute decision, but there was a lot going on when we moved that I had to take care of. That it was just like, throw everything in the car, let's go. So now we're here, now we got to fix everything and make it right, and progressively we're getting better and better, and now it's, you know, it's cool because we're starting to look for a house, which would be nice, whether or not we get the one this year or one next year, but still we got to be ready to go, right? And we're trying to keep everything that we buy as far as like luxury items or things that we don't actually need, meaning luxury items, at a minimum, so that way when we do get a house, it's a quick cut over to the new house, and we'll probably do a buy, fix, and flip, or a buy, fix, repair, rent out, and go get a different house. So that's ultimately the goal, and that's why this place is such a mess, because it was literally a last minute, I don't want to say last minute decision, but it was a pretty quick transition from Long Island to here. It's just good. It's going to just clear up so much mental space in our apartment, and it'll just relieve a whole area of pressure in our brains that we didn't even know was here. So just food for thought for you guys.